From the Golan frontier to the oil fields of the northeast, Syria's fragile post-war order is unraveling. Old battle lines are shifting, new ones are emerging, and foreign powers are moving in. In the south, Moscow eyes a military return. In the north, Arab tribes rally against Kurdish forces. Across the nation, alliances fracture, grievances resurface, and the spectre of a new conflict looms large. Syria's transitional government is seeking the restoration of Russian military police patrols in the country's southern provinces, a move aimed at curbing Israeli military activity, according to Russian daily Kommersant. The Moscow-based outlet, citing an unidentified source present at an August 1st meeting in the Russian capital, reported that Syrian Foreign Minister Asad Al-Sharaa discussed the matter with members of Syria's diaspora. The patrols, Damascus believes, could help reduce the intensity of Israeli operations in the south. The Kremlin, which for years was the principal foreign backer of President Bashar al-Assad's regime until its collapse in 2024, is now negotiating with Syria's new authorities to maintain its foothold. Moscow is seeking control of 2 military bases, a port on the Mediterranean coast, and the Hmaimim airbase, all critical to sustaining its influence in the Middle East. This comes as Israel, quick to exploit the power vacuum after Assad's fall, has launched repeated airstrikes on Syrian arms storage sites and expanded its occupation in the southwest. In December 2024, Israeli forces seized part of southern Syria, citing security concerns. The Israeli military has also intervened to defend the country's Druze minority following violent clashes between the community and Syrian government forces. Recently, the IDF advanced into Quneitra, a strategic region in the south of the country where they established checkpoints. Kommersant reported that Damascus views the return of Russian patrols to areas bordering Israel as a deterrent. The outlet noted that Russian patrols have already resumed in the Al-Qamishli region in the northeast. One source familiar with the talks between Damascus and Moscow told the paper,
Russia's return to its previous positions could prevent Israel's interference in Syrian affairs.
President Vladimir Putin met Al-Sharaa earlier this month, pledging Russian assistance in stabilizing the war-ravaged nation. Syria's state-run Sana news agency quoted Putin as expressing Moscow's categorical rejection of any Israeli intervention in Syrian territory. The proposed resumption of patrols is part of a broader realignment in the post-Assad era. Despite past hostility, Moscow once targeted several armed groups now integrated into the Syrian army, including the former al-Qaeda affiliate Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, HTS. Ties between the new Syrian state and Russia have been relatively cordial. The Israeli government, meanwhile, maintains that its actions in Syria are defensive. Officials have repeatedly stressed their intention to demilitarize the south and protect the Druze population. Damascus insists it poses no threat to Israel. Syrian officials have publicly signaled they want to avoid escalation, focusing instead on consolidating control and managing relations with foreign powers, including Russia, whose military presence remains a pivotal factor in the balance of power in Syria's fractured south. Away from the southern front, a new source of instability is emerging in Syria's northeast, where Sunni Arab tribes have issued an urgent call for mobilization against the Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces, or the SDF. Over the past 24 hours, several tribes released statements urging their members to prepare for confrontation. Sulaiman al-Mashi, a representative of the Al-Bubna al-Shabaniya tribe, declared,
"The enemies have not yet sheathed their swords."
He announced a general mobilization until an official statement orders otherwise. The Al-Bu Jaber clan echoed the call, vowing to transcend tribal differences and prioritize the homeland and land over all considerations. Other tribes joining the mobilization include the Al-Bu Shaban, Al-Budhaha, Al-Walda, Al-Huwaywat, Al-Afadle, Al-Amirat, and Al-Jabat. The Bani Asid Hashemite clan also expressed support for the Syrian government's campaign against what it termed separatists and traitorous agents. These developments come just days after the Pentagon warned of rekindled tensions between Arab tribes and the SDF, which is closely affiliated with the Kurdish-led Autonomous Administration of North and East Syria. A new report from the US Defense Department's Inspector General confirmed that in May, US and allied forces withdrew from 3 key bases in northeast Syria: Green Village, the Konoko facility, and mission support site Euphrates, transferring some infrastructure to the SDF. The Inspector General's report noted that without US military presence, friction is expected to intensify. The risk is not theoretical. Last year, tribal fighters staged an armed uprising against the SDF, accusing it of acting as an extension of US occupation forces. During that rebellion, many tribes reportedly received support from the Assad government, then still in power. Today, some of those same tribes are aligned with the transitional government in Damascus, which has itself clashed with the SDF in recent months. The uneasy relationship between Damascus and the SDF stems from a March agreement to integrate Kurdish fighters into the Syrian army. Implementation has faltered over the SDF's demand to enter as a distinct bloc under Kurdish command, a proposal Damascus rejects. The Democratic Autonomous Administration of North and East Syria leadership has linked the difficulties in finalizing the integration deal to broader instability in the country. On the 25th of July, AN's Foreign Relations Co-Chair Elam Ahmad said,
"The lack of a transparent military structure in Syria, especially following violence in Alawite regions on the coast and in the southern Druze majority province of Suwaida, complicates the possibility of integrating the SDF into its military structure."
Meanwhile, the Syrian Defense Ministry has confirmed the killing of 1 soldier in the fresh clashes.
2 groups affiliated with the SDF forces, at approximately 2:35 a.m., infiltrated Syrian Arab army positions in the Talmaz area east of Aleppo. This escalation led to violent clashes in the area, resulting in the death of 1 army soldier.
Instability in Syria is spreading beyond the northeast. Last month's clashes in Suwaida, where government forces were accused of atrocities against the Druze minority, deepened ethnic and sectarian rifts. Months earlier, massacres along the Syrian coast claimed thousands of Alawite civilian lives, reportedly at the hands of units now integrated into the new Syrian army. For the SDF, these episodes reinforce fears over ceding operational control to Damascus, given the military's record against minorities, including Kurds. From the contested Golan frontier to the oil-rich plains of Deir ez-Zor, Syria remains a fractured landscape. Shifting alliances, unresolved grievances, and competing foreign interests risk pushing the country into a new phase of conflict, one that could engulf multiple regions simultaneously.